Good morning. It is Tuesday, April the 28th, and we are going to be reading Revelation chapter 17. And yeah, I'm excited. Okay, my husband grandma. I was like, "Can I read your Bible?" She said, "You sure can, baby." I remember this Bible, the one that has the pictures in and the maps and everything, right? I was excited when I saw this. Okay, so I have 3 Bibles: the Holy Bible, which is also King James Version Bible, and the Christian Standard Bible. I remember somebody was talking like this was a bit different from the King James Bible, as in the text. It's really not to me no way, because I'm reading the same words. Okay, let's stay on topic. Revelation 17. And I'm going to read the whole chapter, and then in the other Bible read what the verses mean. And there came one of the 7 angels which had 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. 7 heads and 10 horns, Lord. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery of Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carried her, which hath the 7 heads and 10 horns. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth, and there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must contain a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. Receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. And he said unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And then, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Okay. Let's go ahead and break down the verses. Now, this section is a postscript to the vows of wrath, expanding the reader's understanding of Babylon the Great, her relationship with the beast, and the scope of her just and final judgment. Now, Revelations 17, verses 1 through 2 review. On the 7 angels and 7 vows, see note at Revelations 15 and 1. So Revelations 15 and 1 says, excuse me, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up with the wrath of God. This is the sign of the apocalypse, 7 angels in their corresponding plagues, calling to mind the judgment of the plagues on Egypt. They are the last plagues because they bring God's wrath to completion. Facts. Okay. The great whore is Babylon the Great. The many waters in verse 15 are explained as peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Babylon has essentially the same relationship of fornication with the kings of the earth and the earth dwellers as Jezebel did with the sinners in the church at Thyatira. I probably pronounced that wrong, but what? Okay. Verses 3 through 6. The woman, Babylon, also has a very close relationship with the beast on the names of blasphemy, 7 heads and 10 horns. To the casual outward observer, Babylon has all the trappings of wealth and royalty, but in actuality, she is characterized by abominations and filthiness. The name on her forehead has to do with her being the source of harlotry, mother of harlots, and moral abominations and killing throughout history. Another aspect of the mystery of Babylon, the woman, and the beast is their hold on the earth dwellers. It is because their names were not written in the book of life. Now, verses 9 through 10 break down is the 7 heads of the beast are 7 mountains or hills, which can mean either. This seems to be a reference to Rome, which was known in antiquity as the city on 7 hills, and the identity of the 7 kings is highly disputed. Some interpreters understand this to refer to 7 historic Roman emperors, but more hold that it refers to 7 successive world empires: Egypt, Assyria, Babylon, Medo-Persia, Persia, I think that is, Greece, Rome, and a yet future empire. The phrase "a short space" would refer to the beast's unraveled reign of 42 months. Okay, the breakdown of verse 11. The phrase that the beast is an 8th king, yet is of the 7, is difficult to interpret. The best explanation seems to be that even though the physical body remains the same, the beast is 2 different personalities at before and after points in his career. This dramatic change can happen either 1, when the beast initially comes to prominence by killing the 2 witnesses, or 2, after his resurrection from a presumed fatal wound. That the beast is a goeth into perdition refers to eternal torment in the lake of fire. I don't want to go there either. Okay, the breakdown of verses 12 through 13. The 10 horns of Daniel are 10 kings who will rule alongside the beast during this unrivaled reign of 42 months. Hey, baby. This period is referred to here as 1 hour, much as the tribulation period is called the hour of temptation. And that's found in Revelation chapter 3, verse is 10. Now, verses 14 breakdown says, the battle here takes place at the second coming of Christ. This verse clarifies that the armies following the Lamb in chapter 19 and 14 are believers, since the combined terms called and chosen and faithful are never used of angels. Chapter 19, verse 14. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And it says, this verse clarifies that the armies following the Lamb in chapter 19, verse 14 are believers, since the combined terms called, chosen, and faithful are never used of angels. Breakdown of verses 15 through 17 says, the whore, Babylon the Great, has ingratiated herself to the remaining world population, peoples, and tongues. The irony here is that in the end, the very rulers, the 10 horns, the beast, which the persuaded queen, suicidal queen. I said it so wrong. Okay, Babylon the Great has acted immorally, will turn on her and destroy her. Most amazing is that ultimately this will take place according to God's sovereign plan. Everything goes everything is God's plan. Okay, so what the Christian Standard Bible says, the woman represents Babylon the Great. Purple represents royalty. Scarlet links her to the dragon, which is Satan, and her crime is corrupting the nations of the earth. The 7 hills may represent Rome, as it was famously built on 7 mountains. Today, the hills may represent any organization, human society, opposed to God and his rule. What the 8 kings represents is uncertain. But it does say Domitian would be the 8th under whom John most likely wrote this letter. They may also represent kingdoms or empires. The 10 kingdoms are not identified. They represent future kingdoms who give their power to the beast or the Antichrist. And it says, last but not least, power built on wickedness is always susceptible to other evil powers turning against it. Satan used evil servants and then disposes of them when he no longer has use for them. Satan uses evil servants and then disposes of them when he no longer has use to them. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. That was Revelation 17. I pray that y'all will have a good day. Stay blessed. Stay covered. I'm going to continue reading this book from the beginning. Okay.